After roughly 22 hours of resting our voice after an extremely hype primetime Saturday night in the Platinum League playoffs, we are at it again on the MLE Network. We go into the last two series to determine our conference finals for each conference as we get into it. Curtis and Jay with you on a Showdown Sunday on the MLD Network as we get set for Wizards Elite to start things off. Spartans Foxes a little bit later. But Jay, this is going to be a good one, and I believe we are joined by a half-shelled hero of sorts on the Elite side.
Yep, the two-time MLD champion and half-shelled hero. The Elite, the only team remaining in the hunt for a repeat championship. All the other teams in the playoffs left as of today, looking for their first overall. So a chance to try and take one more step towards history for the Elite. Whereas in their way, a very stalwart Wizards team that did a really good job securing that Tropic Division championship with a couple of weeks to go. And I think this might just be a really tough ask of the Elite roster.
Yeah, the Wizards have been dominant all season long, and the Elite, they scraped in. There's no doubt about that one, but they are here, and anything can happen once you get in. Just ask the Hawks and the Sharks, who were in the wild card that we saw a week ago, and that was absolutely intense. We are just about to get things going, though. DFH Stadium is the site. Going to get the teams out on the pitch. Best of 7 series. 4 wins to the finish at a chance at the Blue Conference Championship next week is going to be on the line. It is going to be the 96 kid and Kramer for the Wizards. It is half-shelled hero and HG face for the Elite. 5 minutes on the clock. Wind him up and let him go. We are underway, and the Elite will have first possession of the ball. That's a big turnover by half-shelled. You put a little too far out in front of them, but they do live to tell about it early in game one. Half-shelled comes across the face of goal, gets it back away from the goal line. 96 kid's going to have to rotate back post here. That's dangerous. Kramer gets up and pinches it against the back wall, and the Wizards will thwart the offensive attempt. Tap out into the middle. Ace G is not going to be able to find the angle. 30 seconds in, up and over half. And we've got to make a defensive stop. Half-shelled is up, needs it off the nose, gets it off the nose. Trying to become the only 3-time champion in MLB history. This is going to be a chance on just left of the box. So he still set something up. That's Ace G off the back. Half-shelled's there, but coming across is Kramer, and he will get the clear 50 seconds in.
Really tentative start from both teams right now. A couple of good chances at either end of the pitch, but nothing super dangerous right now. There hasn't been that really kind of big-time clear that we've needed to see in a couple of occasions before. Ace G, though, gets a little out of sorts there. No challenge from Hale on that ball. The 96 kid, BTK Hale, going to line that one up. A little interesting, though, to see Hero in the Werewolf. Used to him being in the Marauder and the Roadhog for a lot of Season 3. So, a flat car in that Dominus hitbox on the Werewolf. We'll see if that has anything to do with any misses throughout the course of the series.
That is a really big change, though. Marauder and Roadhog, they're famous for kind of that box hitbox. And it could make things really, really interesting when he shortens that box a bit and lengthens it. This will be top of the box in the Elite end. Half-shell needs a clear. That's a miss from the 96 kid, BTK Hale, and it'll be off of the sidewall. Half-shell puts it deep. 96 loses the handle. This will be a chance for Ace G face far side. Another save from Kramer. 3:06 left. Still some tentative play really on both sides. Neither one really overexerting themselves on the offense and giving up a lot of chances on the defensive side.
Almost could be a runner back the other way, but Ace G face can't get inside on Kramer there, as Kramer is going to go back off his own boards. Hero is up. Could have waited for that one and had a tap in, and unfortunately for him, went up to try and play it off the backboard. Again, not really great chances at either end right now. It's kind of very much a feeling out process as these teams try to look for an opening.
Sidewall. Off that side, coming in his HG face. Touched left of the top of the box, and half-shelled will put it well wide of the intended target. Just past halftime in game one. 96 is going to try to get this one dribbled into the middle. It'll be a chance. That's going to be a possible runner if HG face can do it. He's got a dribble. 10-5. Touchdown. A leader on the board. 2:14 to go. It's a 1-0 game.
Great job by HG face to get that one just into space. 96 kid trying to get there to win a 50, but that front flip, the momentum on the car, pulling him just past the ability to get in front of that one. And HG face keeps his head, takes the Elite out to a 1-0 lead.
3 shots apiece right now. All of them on the Elite side belong to HG face. That'll be a chance in the Wizards' end again. It's HG. Needs a tap. That's a pinch. Half Shell is in the area, but he will not get there before 96. Or actually, Kramer, I should say, as Kramer will get the clear. That's a shot far side that has the distance, and it's a shot that's saved from 96 Kid again. BTK Hale keeping the Wizards away from that 2-goal deficit. Now they got to recover possession of their own end, but the Elite are finding some good possession time in that offensive side. See if they can continue that effort as they try to get some more separation.
Ooh, there's a bit of a mistake as HG Face, after getting demoed, starts to close the distance in transition there. The Wizards actually had full control of that ball. Great shot by Kramer.
Bar down and in, tie game with about 89 seconds to go.
Yeah, the Elite never recovered from that transitional play where they lose the ball. Hero's in net, but that shot comes in with a ton of velocity. Comes down off the bar, has him completely dead to rights as HG Face can't win that challenge in the corner.
Even at 1 for the last about 2/5 of this game. This will be off of the corner wall on the Wizards' end. Kramer going to get it up and over half. He has a shot here. Needing a save is going to be half-shelled Hero, and he does get it. Now he's going to take possession up the side wall. He's going to follow this. Has some room. The barrel roll play will get it into the corner. That's a chance for HG Face. The bounce shot is right at Kramer, and he's going to take it back the other way. Into the purple they go. Bouncing off the corner. That's off the back. 96 Kid's going to try to find this left side with a minute to go, and Half-Shelled will get the clear that they need. Still, BTK Hale making it very difficult. He's going to have an angle here. That's popped up into the air. It'll drop near the goal line. Good tap from HG. Will take it away from the goal line again, and Half-Shell will take it back into the blue.
He's got a chance. They're looking for the pop over to HG Face. He got a little bit wide on that runner, and the Elite still haven't really settled down here, and they're going to have to watch this end transition, because if they can't convert those chances when they get the Wizards committed off their backboard, they just don't get back in time to really defend well, and they have to hope that the Wizards end up on a miss.
That's a good touch. This will be a chance for Kramer, sending it back towards the Elite net, and that's a great save by HG Face. Now the Elite have a chance the other way if they're smart with it. Kramer is going to give that up to HG. Needs a tap out into the middle, but that is 96 Kid taking it away. Elite still with the offensive possession. This will be out of the corner. This is a chance for Half-Shelled. Tapping it into the middle. Shot on net is going to be off the crossbar. OT in game 1. It's a 1-1 game.
Should have been 2-1 Elite, and they take the first game of the series, but HG Face, with a little bit of a rush of blood, just got behind that ball underneath it with that flat dominus. Ends up putting it up and over the bar. We go to OT.
Off the back wall, Elite are going to have a chance here to clear this away. HG Face has a little bit of time and no pressure at the moment to do what he can in his defensive end. Left wing side. HG getting up and around the ball. It'll bounce off of the ramp over the halfway line along with the boost. Chance in front. That's going to bounce off the back. Finding an angle. Far side. It's in. Off the post. Half-Shelled steals the game for the Elite. They lead the series 1-0.
The Wizards, I got it, you take it. Nobody gets it, and it forces Hale to try and bring that ball out of the corner. He can't do it as Half-Shell puts that flat top of the dominance in the way, finds a way through, and the Elite will take the first game of the series.
The underdogs in the series, but not to be counted out, as both teams need to win 4 games. The Elite have the start that they needed, and HG Face total of 6 shots on that game. 9 total for the Elite. That's a really good start for them offensively. They owned the ball the last 2 minutes of the game, and it showed, just kind of depleting the Wizards' chances.
Yeah, they really needed, I think, 96 Kid, BTK Hale, getting himself into that game a little bit more. 3 saves on the back end, but nothing more to talk about through the course of that game. And I feel like if he was just a little bit more engaged, there was a couple more opportunities that they could have had where they had the Elite scrambling and just couldn't quite put it away.
The stakes of this matchup are what we really need to talk about here. Both of these teams fighting for a spot in the Orange Conference Final, as they are really fighting for that spot. That's going to be off the back. Double touch scores. 96 Kid with 5 seconds gone. First strike to the Wizards.
Well, there's the engagement that you're looking for. As the Elite come up on the cheat, they lose it back towards the Wizards, and this gives 96 Kid the ability to grab the boost, get that ball off the backboard. Easy double touch with that much space to do. The Elite are going to have to adjust the kickoff. They don't want to put that ball into Wizards territory.
Well, they get a better kickoff here as they can take it into their own end. Half-Shell's going to wait patiently. Wizards do take it, however. That's going to bounce near side, and HG will take it. Tap top of the box, keeping it in is BTK Hale. This is off the back, chance in front, and it is up the sidewall. Coming in, Kramer. He's going to fly underneath it. Still a threat in the elite end, but they do remove it. Popped into the air from BTK once more. Half-shelled will get the save away from the goal line. And with 36 seconds gone, that could be a runner back the other way. Near side chance and a great pinch defensively from Kramer. Keeps it at a 1-0 deficit for the time being.
Yeah, the elite really had the opportunity to follow that up. They fell back towards midfield, recognizing that the Wizards had to spend a lot of their boost trying to get back and cut off that ball. And in doing so, gave themselves the opportunity to get a couple more chances here as they bring this possession game into the Wizards' end once more.
Wizards look to clear their lines. It'll be around the corner. BTK Hale, that's a tap top of the box. That is a big problem. Kramer has the angle, has the crossbar, and it's home. 2-0 Wizards have a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, Half-shelled here trying to get that one, I think, upfield, but it gets it on the back end of the hitbox. Doesn't go anywhere, just sets up for Kramer, whose first shot was enough really to get that one over the line. HG Face on the goal line, didn't react to that loose ball in time. Now the elite facing a 2-goal lead here. They try to dig themselves back up in this one.
Minute 13 in, Kramer is going to be off of the nose. It'll bounce off the ceiling, come straight down. Read by HG, who gets it back into the Wizards' end. Around that corner, big pinch, top of the box. No one really planned for that. Kramer's going to get up. He's going to put it off the nose. This is accurate. That's going to be a tough play from Half-shelled. It's still in a dangerous place, and HG has to come up, put it off the top, and he will get it at least away from the back line for the moment. With 3:18 to go in a 2-0 game where the elite have to actually scramble for possession in their own end, as the Wizards are kind of all over them at the moment.
Right now, they're just not getting powerful touches on the ball to get it cleared. That'll help a little bit, but it doesn't go upfield. It kind of rings around that upper section of the board, stays on the elite half, and right now the Wizards just getting a little bit better reads off of these big bounces, and that's really helping them keep possession in that elite end.
This will be a chance for Half-shelled, though. He's got an angle. He's going to keep it on the ground. Tries to pinch it into the middle. HG Face is there, but a good save from Kramer just in front of the top of the box. And it is a 2-0 lead. BTK Hale the other way. Has a chance. This is off the post. Really good read from HG as to where that ball's headed. And it stays at a 2-goal lead with halftime looming come and gone. Oh, that's a chance in front, and BTK Hale finishes it with 2:31 to go.
Yeah, in transition, HG Face trying to bring that out with no boost, but Hero's right up his tailpipe. They both get beat on that one. Kramer out of the corner, knows that his teammate's going to be coming up Main Street in the 96 kid with an easy touch in. At halftime, 3-goal lead now for the Wizards.
Elite kind of getting it taken to them in Game 2. Wizards finally seem to have warmed up. This will be BTK Hale flipping underneath it. Half-shelled around the corner, bouncing near side. That's going to find its way to the goal line, and it will find its way home as well. HG Face makes it a 2-goal deficit.
Yeah, Hero actually getting this one on target anyway. HG Face taking no chances on this one, making sure that he gets that last touch over the line. A little bit of a goal confirmation from the elite captain. I don't think they'll care. They're back in the game.
140 seconds to go. Up the sidewall comes BTK Hale. Big demo there is going to possibly set up the Wizards with a chance. This will be Kramer off the back, has an angle, tries to put it far side. It's just wide of its intended target as Half-shelled smartly lets it go by. Good demo by the Wizards. Will set them up on a 1v2 defensively. BTK around that corner. Waiting is HG Face. He'll take it. Off the spoiler. Half-shelled reads it. Has an angle and a beat on the ball towards the net. Near post chance. HG Face is going to get up. Half-shelled needs to be careful. And he will defer. He'll have to get back to the goal line, and he takes control just in front of the box as it'll get sent careening back into the Wizards' end. Good clear as well. They'll have a chance on the other direction. Half-shelled's going to need to put this in the corner. That's a problem. Finding the angle. Shot is a big save by Half-shelled Hero as he catches the post roll. And with a minute 20 to go, it's still 3-1.
Oh, HG Face had the opportunity to lob that one back in on the counter, missing the touch. This is sometimes the problem with the Dominus. If you're not quite on that one and you're trying to get it right off the nose, just ends up being a little bit too low as that ball kind of rolls over the hitbox and you miss out.
That's going to be off the back. BTK Hale needs a touch here. Elite are circling. They need a goal, and they need it quickly. 55 on the clock. That's going to bounce top of the box. Taking it as HG Face. He's going to try to turn this, send it towards the net, but no velocity on it. And Kramer will take control. At the halfway line, Elite coming back in. Half-Shelled and HG have a bit of a miscommunication there, but it could set them up well towards the net. It's a big save coming across. BTK Hale keeps it at a 2-goal lead with 39 seconds to go. That may be the save that ices game 2 for the Wizards.
Yeah, that was an important save, too, as the Wizards were starting to run out of boost, but the Elite just gave up a little bit out of that corner, and they end up not being able to keep that one on. That one will carry! No. Half-Shelled Hero finding a line on the inside of Kramer as he comes back.
And I think this is another I got a you-take-it situation. Half-Shelled sent it towards the net. Kramer can't quite get behind it, and actually his teammate nowhere to be found to come in and help with that. Kramer in a tough spot, running back to his own net, and it's a 1-goal game with 17 seconds left.
The Elite need to capitalize on this opportunity here. Winning that kickoff is great, but they don't get this one deep, and Hero missing that boost is going to hurt their chances of holding the ball in.
This will be a chance, though. Hero does have the ball. It's up the sidewall. Needs a tap out into the middle. HG puts himself in a very compromised position. This will be around the corner, and that is going to do it for Game 2. Wizards tie the series up at 1 apiece after a really good performance 4 minutes into the game.
Yeah, the Elite undone in that first minute or so there where they gave up a lot of easy goals. I think they'll be disappointed in that one. Just not quite having the consistency off those early kickoffs to try and keep that score low, because they won the second half of the game. They scored 2 goals in the back half of that game. So really, you take out the first 2.5 minutes, 2-0 Elite.
Yep, and then we've seen before that teams that get a good start in these games can really take an advantage, and the Wizards do here. 10 total shots to the Elite's 5 in that second game. See who has the advantage starting the third game, as the Elite really found their groove, as you mentioned, about halfway through. So here we go. Winner of this one is going to have a 2-1 lead in the series, so this is a big, big game. You do not want to go down, again, if you can help it. Wizards, Elite, Game 3 is on your screen, and here we go once more. Half-Shelled Hero, waiting patiently, taken in by HG, but that contest by Kramer is going to send this across the halfway line and into Elite territory. Wizards lurking, trying for the delicate tap is BTK Hale, but it's taken in by HG. Half-Shelled has plenty of time, plenty of boost. He's up. He's going to put this a little bit too far ahead of or above him, I should say. And they do lose it. BTK Hale has it in the opponent's end, but is in a rough spot. He'll defer. Kramer puts it up towards the back line. It'll bounce off that wall. That's a chance in frame, and a big stop by HG, getting it at least away from the back line. Half-Shelled needs a clear as well, and he gets it for the time being. Elite need a pinch clear or something to go in the other direction pretty soon. Otherwise, they may concede early. That's off the wheels. No, actually, just missed the wheels. Elite need a clear. Not going to get one. BTK Hale making it difficult. He's got Kramer lurking near the midfield stripe, and Kramer will keep it in again as we play a minute 6 gone.
Well, we get that one past Hero as well. And the Elite right now, they're just kind of guilty, getting a little bit too close to that ball as they try to make the clear happen. As 96 kid with that sharp angled shot. HG Face might have the runner, needs to cut this one now. He runs out of time to do it. Out for Hero, looking for it, can't drop it in off the backboard. Now the Wizards have a runner.
That's going to be at the midfield stripe. 10-5 and touchdown for Kramer, and the Wizards have a 1-0 lead after a big overextension by the Elite.
2-point swing one way, goes into a 2-point swing right back the original way it came, as the Elite had a great opportunity to turn on the Wizards. They couldn't find a way to get it over the line, and then the Wizards just say, I'll take this ball right back to where I came from.
3.5 minutes left. Wizards strike first. HG Face trying to put it back into the Wizards' end. Elite really on their back heels in the first couple minutes of this game 3. Over the halfway line. Elite need to get it towards the front of the net. Half-Shelled is there, going to try to pinch this. It doesn't go nearly far enough. He does take their boost, however, which is important. Back to the side. HG takes that boost as well. Elite have a decent amount of boost. They got to do something with it, though, as the ball will careen back into their end. HG Face loses that ball at the midfield stripe, sends it into the Elite corner. Around it goes, off the back, off the body, shot on net, far side, off the post, and in. It's Kramer giving them a 2-0 lead.
The Elite just never get this ball clear here, as HG Face tipping that one out in front. It's essentially a center. Hero trying to cut that distance down, but that one has to be one that HG Face puts back away into the corner, because that touch out to the front gives them such a good shooting angle to have to try and defend.
Just south of 3 minutes to go. Elite need a goal. That's off the back. That's not what they needed. Chance in front. They score again. BTK Hale makes it a 3-0 lead.
Again, kickoffs right now are just hammering the Elite as Hero just losing that one in the lights. That's the one that you kind of just have to drop back. And this is what the cheat is doing to the Elite right now. They aren't giving themselves any options to try and deal with that when they lose it. They're going to have to adjust. They need to start hanging back.
Halftime looming in this game 3. Chance for BTK Hale. He's got the angle. He's going to fly just underneath it. Trying for a nasty double touch. Elite might have a chance the other way. This 2v1's going to bounce off the corner. Great clear from Kramer. Takes that in fairly easily. Elite still being persistent. Half-Shelled and HG Face need a goal, and they need one fairly quickly. They do not want to leave it to the last seconds again. Half-Shelled is up. Has a chance. This will shave the ceiling and eventually come down onto the nose of 96 Kid. Passed into the middle. That's not going to work. Sent back towards the Elite. Net scores! Kramer puts it off of HG Face, and it's a 4-0 lead, and they're starting to run away.
Yeah, Hero not quite getting the flick on that ball. It's low, easy to clear. We talk about it quite a bit. Not really sure if HG Face recognized that, but I think if he let that ball go over top of him, tried to get inside on that ball, would have maybe been far side right, would have been an easier touch to go away from his own net.
121 seconds to go in game number 3. 2-1 lead. It is going to be on the line for one of these teams, and Half-Shelled gets one back with 2 minutes left on a long goal.
Yeah, solid contact here off the nose of that Werewolf. Just finding the inside 96 Kid. Actually can't quite close that one down. Looked really close to getting that one away off the post. Just carried over the line. And again, the Elite have dug themselves such a big pit to try and find a way out of here.
Yeah, they've won the second half of the last game. Now they got to do it again in grand fashion to make this one close. Back to the halfway line. Getting the lateral touches, HG Face. He's going to try to get this in front for Half-Shelled. Getting the pinch. That's going to Plinko towards the goal line. Big stop by BTK Hale with 1:35 on the clock. Wizards still trying to ice this game. Elite making things a little more difficult now, a little more challenging. Dribble play taken in by HG Face, trying to find it. Half-Shelled still there, and Kramer plays it well defensively to get it back to the midfield stripe. Towards the middle. That's touched top of the box. Off the sidewall. Once more, it's going to be into that corner. Punched around, 60 seconds left. Looking off of the ceiling, it'll come down on the midline. HG Face is off the back. That's a chance. That's an opportunity for the Elite to clear it away again. Over the halfway line we go. 41 seconds on the clock. Elite need a goal, and then they need another one in rapid succession to make this one count. And at the moment, they are not doing themselves any favors. They're wasting a ton of time with it in their own end and in the opponent's end.
A lot of what they're doing right now is just not getting constructive presence with the ball. HG Face will finally win this one here, but I don't think he's going to win the foot race. Actually will win the 50, but will it go in?
Nope, it will not.
It will not.
Wow. That's a big problem for the Elite. They're going to be unable to find the net, and when it matters most, 7 seconds left, and with a 4-1 decision, maybe 5-1 here, just wide, and the Wizards are going to take a 2-1 lead in the series on the strength of a very good effort in games number 2 and 3, and they are 2 wins away from a date with the Rhinos in the Orange Conference Final.
I gotta tell you right now, the Elite have got to adjust their kickoff. And the second thing they need to adjust is just what they're doing with the ball when they've got it. A lot of these little flips, they're just not really going anywhere except right back to the Wizards. Where the Elite are positioned right now, not enough space to really be able to support one another. They're close, they're clustered, and the Wizards are taking great advantage of that with winning that ball back upfield.
4-1. Wizards over the Elite, and they lost the shots battle. Half-Shelled Hero came out and really put 5 shots onto frame, but taking care of fairly easily, only forcing the Wizards to make 4 saves of the 7 total Elite shots as we get set and ready for game number 4 in a 2-1 Wizards lead in this series, and Half-Shelled and HG taking their time, trying to game plan, making sure that they can make the adjustments necessary to get back into this series. But right now, they've made a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah, I mean, game 1 was pretty close, and you get the sense that once the Wizards kind of came out of that, made their adjustments, they started playing up to the potential that we were kind of expecting coming in. They did come in as a number 2 seed in the in the Orange Conference, and they're a tough team to play against. A lot of teams that were running into them throughout the course of the regular season, like, man, those guys are good, but they're beatable. The Elite have done it. They did it in game 1. All they have to do is not give the Wizards opportunities to make anything happen.
Here we go. Game on. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's see if the Elite can stage a comeback in the conference semifinals. This will be a chance in frame. The Wizards are going to take a shot. Halfshell's going to take it away. Good save. Now they have possession going back the other way. Over the halfway line. HG Face going to take his time. This will bounce. Pinch play off the ceiling. Eventually will come down near the midfield stripe. Chance for Half-Shelled Hero. He flies by the ball. Good possible boomer by BTK Hale. He's up, and he's going to fly underneath it. The Elite keep it in their possession for a minute as it gets sent down on a really good challenge from Kramer. 4:22 on the clock. That'll bounce laterally. Wall to wall, side to side. In comes Half-Shell. Gets the touch. Goes deep with this. Off the back. This will bounce off the corner. Chance in front. And unable to find it on the back end with a minute gone in game number 4. Ooh, that was going to be just wide as well. 3:55 on that game clock. Wizards taking their time. They realize they're not the ones with the pressure on them at the moment. They've done really, really well to put the pressure squarely on the Elite to perform in this environment. Chance on net. Wizards have a shot on net. That's a rebound coming back top of the box, and a one that's going to go off the crossbar. Finally, Half-Shelled will clear his line with 3:33 to go.
Right now, the Elite kind of have this awkward reversal of their aggressive tendencies. As this one will actually be dropped down by HG Face. Hero finally gets there to finish that one off. The Elite will take my words out of my mouth and take the lead.
That's a really, really good demo in front as well, and HG Face died a hero as that one will find its way into the middle of the box. Really, really nice work from the Elite. They needed the first strike here more than anything, and they've got it with 134 gone.
Back to my original point, though. The Elite have been kind of passive when they need to be aggressive, and aggressive when they need to be passive. And right now, it's just not quite in sync, and they're probably going to be soaking up a lot more pressure as a result, as Kramer gets 2 shots off the post and can't find a way in.
That's going to be left wing side. It's going to bounce off the corner in front. Chance scores! Half-Shell Hero with 2 on the board for the Elite as they're starting to turn the tide.
HG Face with that little spoiler flick catches 96 Kid with a really awkward line. Gets that one out in front. Hero on the doorstep to tap that in. A big swing for the Elite right now, as it doesn't matter what I'm saying about them. They're finding a way to score.
2-0 lead. Chance up the ramp. It'll bounce, come off the ceiling eventually. Good touch. Going around that corner. HG Face going to have the control of the ball, but for how long? That'll go wall to wall, side to side. HG's trying to read it. That's going to be off the back. Wizards have a chance to bring it to a 1-goal lead, but Half-Shell's going to get the touch first. He's going to bring the offense back to him. Off the ramp, up into the air. It'll stay out of frame again. Halftime come and gone. 2:33 to 1. And we are 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from the end of regulation. Shot on net! And Half-Shelled takes care of it across the goal mouth.
Yeah, that one really coming down to the fact that the Elite gave the Wizards ball control and boost control in their defensive corner. Let them get upfield and really bring the pressure onto that Elite end. They have to force themselves into a really tough save.
That'll be a chance on the turn. Shot! It's off the post. Rebound is going to be handled by HG Face. Really good defensive positioning by Hero to keep in front of that ball and himself between the ball and the net.
Ooh, then again, another big midfield commit from the Elite, and another big-time loose ball that nobody's going to at the moment. These little plays that are just kind of adding up, still not resulting in a goal yet for the Wizards, but it feels like it's only a matter of time.
That'll be a chance off the spoiler. BTK Hale, good demo as well, but now Half-Shelled has it the other way. Half-Shelled needs one more touch, but it's taken away. That's a chance. That's BTK Hale. Kramer's lurking. Up the ramp. In frame. Far side. Off the post. Couldn't find it. Still a 2-0 lead for the Elite as the time ticks away. That's another chance down the other side. And 96 will come across the goal mouth to make the save.
Yeah, the Wizards actually giving up, again, midfield presence. They let the Elite come in and get that one clear, and then actually get a really good 50-50 out of HG FaZe, almost turning into a shot. Right now, both teams just kind of out of sync with one another in terms of how they're operating as a team. There's all this space, there's all these loose balls that just sit there for a long period of time. And it really, I think the first team to pick up on that, to get aggressive when they need to, and push the pressure up a notch, is going to come away with the game and maybe the momentum in the series.
Pop top of the box in the Elite end. Elite with a 2-0 lead really have a chance to get themselves back in this series. 41 seconds, I gotta hold on. This is off the back. Big takeaway from Halfshell. Gets the boomer downfield, has the angle, off the spoiler, up is HG FaZe. He's gonna miss, and they may have a runner the other way. Can they turn this? Kramer around the corner, trying to get this into frame. Really good defensive touch. He's gonna take it away once more with 22 left. Wizards need a goal. They got to find one soon to give themselves a chance in the last 10 or 15. That's going to be a top pass, top of the box, shot on nets off the crossbar, and that may do it. In Game 4, the Elite are going to come back and win Game 4 to tie up the series. Little turtle play by Kramer just to do it, and that is going to finish Game numero cuatro 2-2. We're down to a best of 3, Jay.
Can't get much better than that. The Elite had exactly 2 shots that game. They soaked up 11 from the Wizards, but the Wizards only forcing 3 saves out of Hero. They hit nothing but post and crossbar that whole game, and the Elite needed 2 opportunities to make them pay and take a 2-0 lead.
Well then, we have ourselves a series after all that. The Elite, after taking the full timeout between games 3 and 4, started to find their groove into that Game 4, but it all tendered on them getting the first goal. Can they do it again and make the Wizards play from behind? We find out in just a moment. Game 5 is looming. Winner here has their opponents on match point, and a date with the Rhinos is in the balance in the Orange Conference Final. This will be a ball and kick is going to shave the ceiling. Into the Elite corner we go. 7 seconds in, Wizards need to make an offensive stop, and they will do so as BTK Hale will take it up the sidewall. Want to see some love in chat for the team you are cheering for. Give me some Elite, give me some Wizards. Both in emojis and some chat yelling. Shot on net, it's going to find its way home from Kramer. From the left corner, it's a 1-0 lead.
The Elite never really recovered from losing this ball at midfield. HG FaZe just in a panic, slams that one into the corner. No control on that, pops right out to Kramer, who splits the D, takes the lead here for the Wizards in the 5th game.
24 seconds in, and the Wizards have the first strike. They'll try to put the Elite down even further. Kramer is going to bounce this off the corner. Good touch from HG FaZe. He just got the nose on that somehow, as this will get sent back into the Wizards corner. Kramer tries to take it away. He might have an angle here. That's going to be an empty Elite net. Kramer's going to have one touch out to BTK Hale if he can find it, but a really, really good defensive play by Halfshell is going to take the opportunity gone by. 50 seconds into Game 5.
And the Elite, again, just getting a little too close to one another. That midfield play leading to that Wizards chance was because ASG and Halfshell just got way too close to one another with the ball at the midfield line there. They need to spread out. They need to trust one another to make the plays, or at least position themselves in a way to support if that play doesn't work out.
Going to the top of the box, 3:48 on the clock. Halfshell's going to put this at the back wall. Wizards need a clear, and we'll find one. Back to the halfway line we go. Halfshell's in a compromised position. This will be off the back. Angled shot off the post on the defensive touch. HG is going to put it in a rough spot. Still a chance. That's going to be an overextension, and now it's a runner the other way, and the Elite are going to come back and tie the game thanks to HG FaZe.
This one really on Hero, though, with the original touch. They get this ball chipped right out there. HG FaZe pointing upfield. That's exactly where you need to be. But the defensive line for the Elite holding, they almost broke. They just bent enough to keep that ball out, and they get the equalizer they deserve out of it.
Back at the midfield dot, it's going to be off the ceiling, over the halfway line. Coming in, good long clear. Elite trying to make something happen here with 3:18 on the clock. Up and over 1, not up and over 2. Touch off the lateral wall. HG will put it out off the sidewall. Halfshell waiting patiently near the goal line. 3:05 on this clock. They're going to battle for possession around that boost orb there. That's a chance, and Halfshell handles it fairly easily as we come closer and closer to halftime in Game 5.
Sometimes I really wish I had a telestrator in between series, because there's a lot of little points that I want to make on positioning for the Elite right now. Won't almost matter as HG Face gets tipped away by, I believe, Kramer in front of the net. But just the spacing between the Elite right now, how narrow they are to one another, it's really making it tough for them to make decisions based on where the ball is going. And you can see how many times they lose a battle at midfield and have to go all the way back and reset because one ball is enough to beat both players.
Good one off the nose, sent over the halfway line. It's going to be back to the sidewall. Wizards trying to take the lead here. Good touch. That's in front. Good stop by HG. He's going to have a 1v2 the other way. Tries a dribble. Passed. That's Kramer, who he absolutely time-lapsed. And it's a 2-1 lead for the Elite.
Just gets this little bit of a matrix fade around it. Kramer backwards. It's so hard to defend a dribble like that. And Kramer just gets caught completely posterized by HG. And the Elite have the lead.
That's a big, big goal. Kramer's going to be kicking himself for that attempt. Not able to get it done, and now the Elite have the advantage with 2 minutes to go. Wizards trying to get something lateral off the side on the pinch. They have the possession in their own end. Not a ton of pressure yet from the Elite. Going for contact. Half-Shelled gets over 96 kid. Gets control of the ball. That's going to be a chance in front for the Elite, but that is won by BTK Hale. To the middle. Up the sidewall. Touched off the wheels. Half-Shelled's going to find this one in frame. It's up the back. Near side. Shot scores! Half-Shelled Hero with a 3-1 lead for the Elite.
Hero doing a great job beating the Wizards down that wing. They get stacked up in a line behind one another there. Kramer should have had that touch, rushed into it, and Hero just walks it into the goal. And they've got that 2-goal lead. Now they have to defend again.
98 seconds to go. The Elite have a chance to take the lead and put the Wizards on match point. This will be into the left wing side. Punched into the corner. Off the back. Good pinch play. Wizards still have a chance, but Half-Shelled reads it well. He has no boost to speak of, though. He does get it around his counterpart back into the Wizards corner. 96 kid. Needs one more touch. Passed out into the middle. Taken away by his G-Face. Finds the angle. Turn. Scores. And that's likely, I say likely, going to ice things with a 4-1 lead with 1:12 to go.
Yeah, the infield pass from 96 kid just getting around it as Kramer. He got a little too wide, left that angle for HG Face to put it behind him on the 50-50. Great job controlling that car as he got around it to put the ball in. 3-goal lead. Elite looking very likely to take Game 5.
That's going to waterfall down. Chance for them to get another one here, but the defensive touch by BTK Hale will thwart that attempt. Down to our final 60 seconds of game number 5. They need a touch away from Half-Shelled. That's going to be a runner back the other side. But Kramer will get there first and send it up the side into his own end. And the Elite might be able to make something of this. Far side and just wide, as Kramer's not going to be able to put that one home. With 43 now on the game clock. Looking for a touch out into the middle. Far side again. And HG can't find it one more time. Still a 4-1 advantage. Over the half. Elite need a play to just kind of let this one go. This will be a chance. Angled shot. Scores. HG Face is going to put the dagger home once more with a 5-1 lead.
Yeah, Hero coming through Kramer on that one. Gave him a little bump, and then Kramer rolling himself off the post trying to get to net. Nothing he can do about that one as the respawn from HG Face perfect. Put him right in line with that ball. Kept the pressure in, and the Wizards no answers here in Game 5.
Well, Wizards are going to be down to their final game of their season if they can't get something going. The Elite have found a way to force a decisive game on the Wizards. After being down 2-1 in the series, they come back with 2 games unanswered as they put another one home. HG Face finds the net, and the Elite might need to save some of these because they can't borrow from the 5th game to put goals in for the 6th game.
No, but what is it doing? It's bringing the morale of the Wizards down right now. Just making sure that the Wizards know which team won this game, that there's no question which game which team came out of this one with the W.
Oh, this is important. Back off the post. Very close. They can't find the net. And that would have been a very big momentum killer as the Elite do win the game 6-1. And the Wizards need a full reset between games 5 and 6 or their season is over.
Absolutely. That one is definitely the kind of shelling that you just sit there and go, okay, what did we do wrong?
Half-Shelled Hero shelling. I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was only partially intentional, but you have to take a step back after that one and go, okay, what went wrong and how do we fix it? And more importantly, how do we fix it in a 5-minute time frame to keep ourselves in this playoff race to force a single deciding game where anything can happen?
The Elite trying to send the Wizards to the pit of misery. Dilly dilly. We'll see if they can do it. 5-goal deficit in Game 5. Game 6 is looming. 5 minutes going to hit the clock here very soon. And the Wizards, it's imperative that they get the first couple and not let the Elite get back in.
Absolutely. They need to get the pressure on. They need to force a decision in this one. Whoever gets out in front of this has a huge psychological lead, especially if it happens to be the Elite for another game.
Chance on the angle. It's going to go past the 2 Elite members, but they will not let it go in frame. Good angled shot off the sidewall. Half shell with a save. It's still lurking. On the goal line, scores. BTK Hale gets the Wizards the first strike they need 15 seconds in.
Yeah, Hero's first touch was great, but ASG Face diving in a little late to that one, finds himself in the net, never gets out to cover the goal line, and 96 Kid with the rotation, able to get that first one.
15 seconds in, we are ready to go again. Elite need a goal to get back into it. We've said that before. BTK Hale off the roof of the car is going to give it up. That's off the back. Chance in front, half-shelled Hero. That's going to be a runner for Kramer. This is majorly important. Gotta find it. They do! Kramer puts it in. It's a 2-0 lead.
ASG Face had everything right except the timing here. As Kramer lines up for the shot, ASG's trying to cut the angle down. Just gets the timing wrong. Kramer putting it around him, and a 2-goal lead immediately to start off Game 6.
4:30 on the clock, and it's another one in the net for the Wizards as they try to force a Game 7. Game 6 definitely going in the Wizards' favor. We mentioned they needed 2 strikes at least to keep the Elite out of it. They got those 2 strikes. Now the Elite have the task in front of them of trying to come back. Wizards have the touch. This is going to get around net into frame, but well past the intended pass target as BTK Hale was a little bit too far forward to receive that on the back end. 4 minutes on the clock. Only gone 30 seconds. This clock is going very slowly if you are the Wizards, and it's ticking by like a time bomb if you are the Elite. With a 2-goal deficit in front of the Elite, they need to get something quickly. They end up in the same spot. That's a big problem. Near side Chance, and half-shelled makes the stop necessary to keep it at a 2-goal lead.
But again, that Chance coming down because the Elite getting stuck in the same spot, and they'll pay for it ultimately as 96 Kid wins this ball at midfield against both the Elite once more.
That's a big, big goal. 3-0 as the Wizards have the full advantage, but there is an absolute metric ton of time left in this Game 6. The Elite can still do it, but I got to get a quick start here. Do not leave it to the final few seconds, as this is going to be top of the box in the Elite end. Half-shelled will have to play it smart, and he will, into his own corner. Touched into the middle, trying to find an angle is Kramer. 90 seconds, actually 98 seconds into game number 6, and 96 Kid is going to put that one home once more as the Wizards are really running away now.
The Elite have gone back to doing what was hurting them in games 2 and 3. They're chasing the ball around a lot, and they're both chasing the ball at the same time. They need to give each other space. They need to pull up into a supporting role for one another because they are not going to find a way back into this with that kind of clustering. HG Face can't find the handle on that one. Should have been a goal.
Should have been indeed. They needed that to get back into it. Wizards have a chance the other way to ice it, and the Elite get the save. Back the other side. Kramer off the corner wall, puts it in a bad spot. That's in front for HG, but he's going to get there a little bit late. And back the other way comes Kramer. Kramer off the corner. Trying to get the demo on half-shelled. Half-shelled, a little bit too smart for that. Top of the box still there for the Wizards, and Kramer's just wide of that left post as we approach halftime. Elite need 4 goals to tie it up and possibly end this series. Pinch play, keeping it in frame. It's a little bit long of the intended target. Elite still with possession. It'll bounce off the corner, trying to find an angle. That's going to be a runner back the other way. Wizards over the halfway line. Bounced in frame, trying to find it on the flip, and still in front, where the Elite can likely take possession on the deferment.
Right, but the time running down right now, and again, they can't get this ball past midfield. Just that first touch, getting too far away from the Elite to have a follow-up, be able to bring that pass where the Wizards have posted themselves up, waiting to maintain pressure right now. All of the pressure in this game firmly on the Elite right now, and they are cracking under it at the moment.
Oh, what a save there, though. They need a goal. This might be a runner back the other way. If HG can turn it, he's going to be a little late to do so. Needs to be a pass into the middle, but well read by the Wizards. It's Kramer. Back across the halfway line, and clock ticking away for the Elite as they really need a couple to give themselves a chance in this elimination game. Off the corner wall, putting the Wizards in a bad spot, but well read again by BTK Hale. Elite wasting time more than anything. None of these plays are going towards the net. Need to get 2 taps and a shot at most at this point, but they are putting themselves in a very tough situation.
A lot of it right now, the Elite just not getting the great constructive play with the ball at the moment. They're waiting for the Wizards to make a mistake, but right now the Wizards, they don't need to make a mistake. They're up 4-0 in the series. The Elite have all of this pressure on them. Kramer really should have put that one away, though. That was an easy shot.
That's going to be top of the box. 1:03 to go. Elite trying to avoid Game 7, but it looks to be an inevitable fact at this time. 54 left. Up the ramp. Half shell. Needs it. Might be a little too late, but this is going to bounce in front of the Wizards net. Up as HG face, but the last touch by Kramer is likely going to seal things. Back in. Touch to the sidewall. Starting to look ahead. Game 7 upcoming, possibly the last game of either of these teams' seasons. And what do you look for and as far as the advantage? Who has it? And what do they have to do?
I would say right now, the Wizards probably have it because they've got the momentum in their favor. They came out, they put a definitive stamp on this game to say, hey, we're not going quietly into the night on this one. And the Elite have gone back to the exact same tendencies that lost them the first 2 games in this series where they were down 2-1 and looking for a change. They need to realize what they have to go back to, which is giving one another space and really making sure that they take advantage of opportunities just like that one.
And HG Face gets a massive goal for the Elite as they'll be able to thwart a little bit of the Wizards' momentum. Going back into Game 7 off the near post, finds a way to pinch it home, and with 2 on the clock, there is no goal bigger than that when you look for a decisive game in a match as that goal in the waning seconds of the game before.
Absolutely. Could go a little bit further and get one more, but they won't have control of the ball effectively off the kickoff. Wizards come back. They force Game 7, Curtis. I'm excited. I don't quite sound it yet, but I'm getting there.
All right. Well, if you're excited and I'm excited, there's only one thing to do. Chat needs you to get excited. Get them cheers up for the Wizards or the Elite. One of these teams is moving on to the conference final in the orange. The Rhinos await either the Wizards or the Elite. We find out with 5 more minutes of regulation plus some possible OT play. This should be a classic 5-minute encounter, and we only hope for the best in this match. Give us back and forth. Give us a 5-4 game in favor of somebody. That's my guess.
I mean, it could be. And the Elite, again, taking the full 30. Exactly what they did after Game 3, where they went down 2-1 in the series and came back with 2 big wins to put the Wizards on the back rope. The Wizards, with the rope-a-dope, counter-punching their way into Game 7. I can't split these 2 teams, Curtis. There's just too much between them. There's no daylight looking through.
Get in chat. Get on Twitter. Get on MySpace. Maybe they still have one. Get on Facebook. Get your grandma on here. Let's watch some Rocket League. 5 minutes on the clock to decide a winner in this series. It is ready to go. 1 on the countdown. We are underway for the last game in this series. One of these teams going to move on. Who's it going to be? We find out next. Over the halfway line. Kramer gets a touch around 1. This is going to be up and over the halfway again into the Elite end. Touching it towards half shell. That's top of the box material for BTK Hale. At the net, he scores! First strike to the Wizards. 17 seconds in.
The Elite just never get this ball clear. They get stuck. I should go. I'm not going to go. And HG Face doing himself no favors. Coming straight back in a line towards the net. All Hale has to do is chip that over. He does. And the Wizards take first blood.
Here we go. 17 seconds in. They get the first strike they needed. Now the Elite's turn. They're going to try to get something back into the blue half. Up and over 1, but not 2, as that's going to be taken care of by BTK Hale. Kramer off the corner, has the angle in front, and HG Face is going to handle that one fairly easily. 32 seconds in, Elite back the other way, big demo, and that's going to find its way off the post, still not in, and a big stop defensively by HG as he gets back just in time.
Think about why that play broke down, though. HG faced with that little flip to try and get the ball upfield, gave away possession because he had no boost to try and follow it up there. Trying for the slow play, can't get it through Kramer as the Elite try to find the equalizer here.
That's going to be in front, big defensive play by Kramer to touch that one away from the goal again. Back across the halfway line, HG Face gets it up and over 1. BTK Hale will handle it. Off the nose, Half Shell needs a clear, and he's going to get one. Elite, lateral wall. Great takeaway by Kramer. Got to get it up and around Half Shell, but Half Shell, a little bit too smart for that, is not going to let that one go. A minute 18 in a 1-0 game. HG Face is going to try to follow this and nearly had the dunk. It's going to be back big tapped into the Elite corner as the Wizards can set up offensively. Off the lateral wall. HG Face loses that to Kramer. Kramer needs a touch into the middle, but that pinch is going to send it crossways. Wall to wall, side to side as they battle forward around the side orb. Just off the goal line. Elite find themselves in a rough spot. The pass into the middle, and that's won by HG Face on the challenge. He can try to roll this into the Wizards' end. Taken in by 96 Kid. Off the side. Coming in, Half Shelled, has the angle, shot on net, scores! Just under the bar, that's a tie game!
Big time shot by Hero as 96 Kid just gives up this ball the exact same way the Elite gave it up at the other end to lead to the first goal. Kramer near post, doesn't have a great angle on that one, gets up late, and Hero putting it by will be the hero on the day right now as they tie the game at 1.
Big goal, make them even. You can't separate them with a bookmark at this point. This is going to be in front for 96 Kid. Over the halfway line. Off the sidewall. Kramer is there. Needs a second touch. He'll get one lateral. Might set up his teammate, but it actually sets up HG Face instead. Chance for Half Shell. Off the back. Coming in HG. Tries to keep the angle. Can't quite find it off the nose to send it a little more left, but the Elite still have the chance. Halftime come and gone in Game 7. Chance in front. Off the back. Rebound. It's at the goal line, but it's a save by 96 Kid again, and they'll take it back the other way.
Big time challenge by HG Face. He won't be able to win out on it though, as Kramer with the follow-up just keeps his pressure on. The Elite had their opportunities. Might be another big one there. It just misses the ceiling all the way to the far corner, but that one looking dangerous out of the Elite at the distance play.
That had a bomb written all over it. This is going to be one off the back wall. Wizards have a chance again. It's going to be up the wall. Chance for Half Shell. Both of the Elite players find themselves in the same spot on that back wall. Double commit does not hurt them here, but it's something they have to watch in the last minute 50 of this one.
Oh, Hero's got an open wing here. Kramer drops back to net. Here's a chance for the flick. Can't get it inside, though. Kramer doing really well to hold that line off.
Uh-oh, that's a lateral play. BTK Hill at the net, he scores! Minute 39 left, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Wizards.
HG Face needs to let this one just go all the way into the corner. The lateral play, you know exactly what's going to happen with that ball. It's not going up the boards with how he comes in at it. Passes it right to Hale, and he gives away the lead.
99 seconds to go in one of these teams' season. Who is it going to be? It's going to be in the blue end for now. 96 Kid gonna wait for a touch by Half Shell. In front is HG Face, but he's gonna lose the challenge. Wizards have a chance to ice it, but a really good demo coming back into his own end is Half Shelled. That's still a problem. It's in frame, and because of the demo, the Wizards cannot take advantage. That's a big play by Half Shelled, as it turns out to be.
Oh, but then again, HG Face trying to take this ball off of Hero at midfield. They cluster up. They're going to give it up in transition. This is not where they need to be right now. Down a goal. 96 Kid getting it past. Kramer can't get there as Half Shell comes across and takes it to the far wing.
106 left plus tax. This will be 2-1. Wizards trying to ice this game and ice the Elite away from a third championship. This will be towards the sidewall. Up the side again is going to be HG Face. Puts it in a rough spot. Wizards can ice it. Half Shelled needs a clear. That's going to be off of HG again. The nose tap is going to send it up for Half Shelled. Half Shelled back the other way. Can he turn this? Going to try to find the pinch. Goes for the boost instead with 33 seconds left. Might have needed it because he might not have gotten to the ball.
No, it was never getting to the ball on that play. Had no boost as it went upfield. Recognized it was wide. Just went to position himself in a way to try and keep pressure on here. 20 seconds to go in the season for the Elite if they can't find a goal here.
They have a dribble play. Getting it around, no. It'll be a nice challenge with 14 on the clock. We're down to the final waning seconds. Countdown's on your screen. 9 seconds. 8. The Elite need a clear. They need a shot on net. It is going to be half-shelled. Not able to find good contact. HG Face is going to lose the ball. And the Wizards are headed to the Orange Conference Final.
Big series out of the Wizards. They follow the trend where the Elite take a win. The Wizards come back with 2 straight, and that one, you know HG Face is going to look back on the play where he gave up that ball at midfield and go, I know I shouldn't have played that one. They had their chances. They just could not find a way through Kramer with 3 huge saves to earn the MVP in that last game, and the Elite left it all on the field there. The Wizards, though, very much taking advantage of the chances they were given.
Both teams did. Wizards and Elite played a hell of a series. There's no doubt about that. This one will be in the list of top MLE series of all time. I don't think there's any doubt about that, and I think chat would agree. With that said, the Wizards have a full 7 days, or 6 days at least, to recover from their effort as they await the Rhinos in the Orange Conference Final. The Elite go home after a very, very stalwart effort to get to where they were. 7 games against the Wizards. A very, very good Wizards team in this Platinum League is no shameful feat. That was a very, very well-played game by both sides.
Absolutely. It just turned out to be a couple little things at the end of the day, Curtis, that end up with the Elite going home. And you know they'll look at the VOD, they'll be like, okay, those are the things we need to improve on, just where we keep the ball, where we give up the ball. If we can cut down on those ones, probably going to come away with a better series there, because it was close. A lot of the games they lost, they were close. They were just little things that ended up adding up.
With that said, we are not done yet this evening. We've got one more series for you, believe it or not, if our voices can take it. Next up, we go back to the Blue Conference. We shift our focus to the Spartans and the Foxes. A date with the Hawks on the line in the Blue Conference Final. We'll have that one for you next. This is the MLD Network presented by Balls Guarana and Arctic Cooling. We'll be back in a moment.
Wasting time on my own. All the places you said we go.